The series shows the year 2418, where the world has become ultra-futuristic. Humans now have the ability to travel to other planets and the entire galaxy through space travel. The galaxy has low-gravity planets like Earth and high-gravity planets like Helion. In order for humans to go to planets with high gravity, they must use protective suits. The planet Helion has a gravity 10 times stronger than Earth. For the safety of people there, the spaceship is also active and protects people inside its shield. If people pass through the shield, they will fall to the ground without being able to bear the weight of 10 bodovars. Even a body thrown to this planet will be pulled to Earth and crushed. In addition, if a person's protective clothing is punctured, that person will be immediately pulled to the ground. However, people born on planets with high gravity have high-density bones and muscles. This makes them stronger than people from other planets. Due to the high gravity of their planet, they are the most powerful beings in the universe. One of the powerful species of the planet Helion is a girl named Alara Keaton. He can use his power to knock down doors and walls and change shape by crushing a solid piece of titanium. He is a member of the spaceship USS Orville. Orville is tasked with maintaining order across the planets and repelling various attacks. Orville is managed by several other employees. Among them are humans and aliens. One of the leading people here is Captain Mercer. He is responsible for managing the team and assigning tasks. The series then shows the planet Zargus 4. There we see a conversation between two people. As if they have committed a crime, their life and death will be determined by the common people by seeing them in the media. Everyone wears a strange badge and the badge has green and red markings. Soon the public will start voting. These two criminals should be punished. People watch them live and vote. Then, while the criminals are being brought to the punishment room, one of them tries to escape and is killed by the guard. His partner is locked in a beating device. He gets electrocuted when he gets 10 million votes live under the red sign. A few days later, Orville's team arrives on Zargus 4 in search of their missing partner. The strange thing about this planet is that their culture was almost identical to theirs. This mission was led by Captain Mercer and trusted 4 people. They are Commander Kelly, Dr. Claire, Lieutenant Lamar and Alara. They are preparing to leave for Zargus 4. Alara's appearance changes as she has different markings on her face. When they arrive at Zargus 4, they notice that it looks like the 21st century. Here people use the badge as a part of their life. For example, a person praises a friend's weight loss, so he is upvoted, and another person accidentally spills his coffee, which prompts him to be downvoted. In short, Zargus 4 is a democratic planet where the common people rule over everything. The Orville gang doesn't quite make it because they're here on a mission. They ask the street book seller about their researcher friends. In response, the seller gives them 4 badges and tells them that it is a crime to walk without them. When the 4 of them were walking in the middle of the street, one of them, Lieutenant Lamar, tries to enjoy the situation and dances holding the statue. Commander Kelly tells him to stop, but he doesn't. At this time, people follow his movements and record him on the phone. After a while, the group enters the cafe. There we see a woman arguing with a cafe employee. As it turned out, some of her rights were revoked because she had a lot of negative votes. In this society, as people's negative voices increase, their rights are revoked. Meanwhile, the group approaches Lysella, a cafe employee, who shows her a picture of the people they're looking for. When Lysella says that the people in the picture are famous and that they have been fixed, Lieutenant Lamar's negative votes begin to increase in speed. The group does not understand what is happening, and after a while, in a television report, Lieutenant Lamar is shown doing what he did in front of the statue. The worst thing is that the reporter is condemning what he did. Worried, the group decides to return to their home planet. When they go out, people surround them and abuse them, and Police Lieutenant captures Lanner. Then he was brought to prison. Willix, an advertising executive by profession, talks to him. In this world, advertising people are equal to lawyers, but their work is different. Willix asks Lamar how it happened and tells her that her case will have bad consequences. Lamar apologizes, saying that he doesn't know the rules of this place. Willix then tells him the rules. Willix said that in Zargus, everything is run democratically, so if someone commits a crime, the public decides their fate through a voting system. If the perpetrator gets 10 million downvotes, they will be fixed. Correction is to torture the offender until all memories are erased. Lamar is horrified to hear this and asks Willix for help. Willix reassures him that there is a legal process. That is, Lamar will have to go through a series of interviews that will be broadcast live. If viewers are okay with his apology, they can keep it. So in order to save Lamar, she must prepare the perfect apology speech. After a while, the Orville group comes to him. Lamar tells them what the advertising agent said and says it could go as far as fixing it. Alara remembers talking about fixing the cafe worker as well, because the two people they were looking for had also gone through the fixing process and caused a commotion. So, Alara and Dr. Claire go to interrogate Lysella, the cafe employee. Commander Kelly stays with Lamar. In the next shot, we see Lamar preparing for her first apology interview. And Willix is giving him some advice. When he was asked questions live, his witty answers made people angry and his downvotes reached 4 million. Meanwhile, Alara and Claire question Lysella in detail about her two friends. It turns out that one of them was fixed and the other one says that he was killed while itching. Alara and Doctor while Claire is secretly talking in the bathroom, Lysella sees Alara in her true form. Lysella tries to run away out of fear, but is calmed down by the two. They tell Lysella that they are from an alien planet and have come looking for their missing companions. Lysella calms down when she learns the truth, and shows the photo spread that her friends don't accommodate a pregnant woman. Finally they find one friend, but he doesn't remember anything anymore, he was fixed. Seeing his condition, Dr. Claire takes it to the Orville. Meanwhile, Lamar is performing her second apology performance. He's trying to force people to get up votes, but Lamar's downvotes have reached 9.3 million. Meanwhile, the entire Orville team is in awe of Lamar. Then Captain Mercer authorizes a man from Zargus 4 to be brought in to take over the situation. So Lysella is brought to Orville. He is impressed by the facilities and staff. At this point, Captain Mercer wastes no time holding a small meeting. Captain Mercer asks Lysella how she can change the way people think about Lamar. The girl thinks for a while and says that things will change if people know good things about Lamar. Isaac, on the other hand, comes up with a plan to disrupt the voting process. In the next scene, Lamar is brought into the correctional room. You can see the live voting process there. The population is given 10 minutes, and if the number of negative votes reaches 10 million, the correction process will start. Meanwhile, Lysella says her condolences to those at the Orville. Shortly after, Isaac hacks the voting database. Now they start the fake vote process. Isaac collects good facts about Lamar and submits them to the system. Surprisingly, the plan works and several people start voting for Lamar. With this, at the end of the voting process, the votes are split evenly and Lamar is retained. After a few weeks, the group decides to investigate another planet, similar to the Middle Ages. This time Commander Kelly, Isaac and Lieutenant Malloy are tasked with the task. Since the planet is made up of medieval people, the group is ordered to have no contact with any humans. This in turn can lead to cultural contamination. At some point, a spaceship lands on a planet. Everything seems strange there. Commander Kelly is the first to go out and, looking around with binoculars, notices a village nearby. He looks around and sees two young girls. As the girls run away, startled by a strange appearance, one of them stumbles and falls. The girl is bleeding from the head. Although Kelly was ordered not to have contact with strangers on the planet, her motherly instincts for children did not allow the girl to bleed. He claims the girl is bleeding from the head with a machine, and on the way back he is surrounded by several medium captives. After that, the whole crew leaves to deliver the found data to the base, and on the way back, the planet suddenly disappears. Everyone at the Orville is surprised. Then Isaac, the smartest person in the Orville, gathers information about the planet. He says the planet is locked in a multi-phase orbit. Such orbits are very rare, because half of it is in another world, and the other half is frozen in another world, so it sometimes appears and sometimes disappears. Isaac Andy plotted the time of its appearance, saying that the planet will appear in 11 days. Hearing this, Captain Mercer waits for the return of the planet. In the next scene, Isaac's words come true and a planet appears. People are surprised. It took 11 days for Orville, but 700 years for the planet. This means that 700 years have passed since Commander Kelly and his team visited the planet. Shocked by this discovery, the team enters the planet, this time joined by Captain Mercer. At first they change their clothes to blend in with people. They see dead bodies on the road. When Captain Mercer asks about the bodies, he says they were killed for spreading lies about Kelly's identity. And that's not all. as they wander around the village, they discover that the entire village worships Kelly. Criminals were being killed in his name. When some lazy kids are told by their mother, "Kelly is watching you from above," they pack up their laziness and go to school. The group continues on the road and reaches a mosque. There is a statue of Kelly. This statue was that of Commander Kelly. They realize that Kelly's contact with people 700 years ago changed everything. Kelly was then rumored to be using the device to claim a girl, and was recognized as a divine goddess. Kelly is revered as their savior even after 7 centuries. This is a big problem for the group because they broke Orville's cardinal rule. Now they have to solve this problem before it reaches the higher authorities. The group returns to the planet to prove that Kelly is not a god. The guards recognize him and kneel down. Kelly demands that they stand up and says that she is not. Kelly also cuts his hand, saying that other people are drunk. One of the leaders there believes it when he sees the blood on Kelly's hand. The camera in Kelly's hand surprises him. Then Kelly says anyone can do it. He then promises to convey this truth to his people. After Kelly's departure, a king named Volantis gathers his guards and tries to spread the word, but one of his subordinates, believing that Kelly must be saved in order to rule the people, kills him and replaces him. In the next scene, 11 days have passed in Orville's group time. They are waiting for the planet to appear. Finally, a planet appears. Isaac tries to contact him, and succeeds. As they watch the news, they see Kelly worshipping. The group's plan went awry. On this planet, terrorists are now killing thousands of people in the name of Kelly. After thinking about it for a while, Kelly wants to prove that she's not a god by staying on this planet forever. Captain Mercer disagrees and says it's a mistake. At this point, Isaac comes forward and says that he will do it. People trust him because he knows a lot about robots and science. He also survives for the next 700 years, because that only means 700 seconds to him. Captain Mercer decided to send him as it was the only way to right the wrong. After that another 11 days will pass. They are waiting for a planet to appear, and suddenly it happens. This time the planet has turned into a very futuristic world with huge cities. Meanwhile, the spaceship approaches Orville and requests permission to enter. Captain Mercer gives permission and Isaac and his 2 companions enter. Captain Mercer asks them about Kelly, who mentions that the Kelly incident was cancelled and that Isaac's genius plans gave the planet many opportunities. After a while, they return to their planet and Orville continues on his way, and the film ends.